Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial for this look right here. It is a early fall makeup tutorial. And I know what you're thinking. It's not fall, it's the middle of August, it's still technically summer, but I don't care. I am so incredibly excited for fall and I am sick of waiting for it, and so I'm just gonna start doing fall makeup and start wearing fall outfits, and eventually it'll be time for fall. So without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my videos, and if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Starting off with eyes, I have already primed my eyes with my concealer and set it down with a powder, and so we're just going to go straight into the eyeshadow. And I am going to be using my Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette, and you can use any palette that you happen to have with similar colors. But this is just the palette that I have with these really nice brownish, orangish, reddish tones, and so that is what I'm going to be using today. For my transition shade, I'm going to go into this shade right here. It is just a nice warm mid-toned brown, and I'm just going to blend that into my crease. And I'm just using a Morphe brush, and this is actually one of the many brushes that I'm using today that doesn't actually have a name on it, but it's from Morphe and it all comes in one kit. So I will link that makeup brush kit down below, but I am just blending this into my crease. And then on that exact same brush, I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's just a little bit more of a yellow toned brown, and I'm just blending that in the exact same area. And I am being a little bit messy with this simply because we are going to be going back and cleaning it up later, and so if it looks a little bit messy right now, it's alright, don't worry about it, we're going to clean it up later. A bit of a smaller, more pointed brush from that same Morphe kit, I am going to go into this shade right here, which is a very nice orange shade, and I'm just going to apply that onto the outer portion of my eye and into my outer crease. I am being a lot more precise with this shade because you have to be a little bit more careful with colorful shades so that you don't end up looking crazy. Now on a small blending brush, this is the SL Miss Glam T35 brush, I am just going to go into this shade right here, which is a nice deep brownish red, and I'm just going to put that on to the outer V of my eye. And then I'm just going to go back in with that brush that we originally used for the transition shade, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is nice and blended together. And for this, I also use circular motions, but more of like big sweeping circular motions just to blend everything all together. And then just to deepen up the outer V just a little bit more, I'm going to use that exact same SL Miss Glam brush, and I'm going to go into this nice chocolatey brown here. It's just a very deep chocolate brown, and I'm going to apply that once again into my outer V to deepen things up just a little bit more. Has this piece of hair been sticking up the entire video? Why? And then once again, blending it all together. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on a flat brush, and I'm just going to kind of clean up the inner part of my eye so that I can apply the shade that I want to on the inner part of my eye without it looking muddy. And then for my lid shade, I'm actually going to go into a different palette. I'm going to go into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and into this white chocolate shade right here. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. And I wanted to use this shade because I want my lid to be very light compared to the outer portion of my eye, which is very dark. I just like the effect that that gives. And so I am just applying that all over my lid. And then I'm just going to take the brush that we used to apply that orangey shade. I'm just going to move in circular motions between that light shade and the rest of the other shades to make sure that they blend seamlessly together and there is no line there. And this step does take quite a bit of time because you do want to make sure that there is no harsh line between those two different colors. And I am actually just picking up a little bit more of that orangey shade from before just to make it a little bit easier to blend because it was being a little difficult with me. And then I'm going to use my Beauty For Real eyeliner in the shade Chocolate Fix, and I'm just going to tightline with this. And now I'm going to zoom you guys out really quick to do the face before we finish up the eyes. So to start out on the face, I'm using my Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser, and I'm just applying that to my skin, and then I'm taking 2 shades of my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I'm only using 2 because I don't have one that matches my face perfectly, and then I'm blending that out with my Beauty Blender. And then using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I am just highlighting my face in all of the usual places and blending it out once again with my Beauty Blender. And then I am using my Maybelline Fit Me Powder, and I am setting that concealer. And then I also use a large fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. So now to finish up the eyes, I am going to go back into our original transition shade, and I'm just going to apply that to my lower lash line to kind of smoke things out a little bit. On a smaller pencil brush, I'm going to go into this really nice deep maroon shade right here. I didn't use this on my upper lid, but I did want to just put it right close to my lower lash line to add just a little bit of purple to this look. And I'm focusing this mainly on the outer half of my lower lash line rather than dragging it all the way in like the other shade we used. And for a little bit of an inner corner highlight, I am just going to take this first shade in the palette, and I'm just going to apply that right into my inner corners. And then using my Wet n Wild liquid liner, I'm just going to quickly apply some winged eyeliner. And I just did a really thin wing because today's look is already pretty darn dramatic. A thick eyeliner would be just a little bit too much, and so I am applying a really thin wing. And now I'm just going to quickly apply some false lashes off camera, and then we are going to zoom back out to finish up the face. To finish up the face, I am going to be using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, and I'm going into the medium cocoa shade and just lightly contouring my face with this. And then I'm going into the dark cocoa, and I am bronzing up the perimeters of my face with that shade. And then I am going into my Melissa Michelle palette from Ulta Beauty, and I am applying the blush shade in the shade Mahal. It's just a really nice matte blush, and it goes really well with this look. And then I am going to take the highlighter from that exact same palette and apply it to the high points of my face. And then lastly for lips, I am going to be using the Ulta Beauty Liquid Lipstick in Scandy, and I am just going to line my lips with that, and then use my Maybelline Vivid Matte in the shade Nude Thrill and just fill in my lips with that. And that is it for today's look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!